You are welcome. In this presentation, we are going to learn or study how to fill magic square math puzzle easily. So if you are good at playing Sudoku, filling the magic square puzzle, this video is for you. So just sit comfortably, get yourself a pen and a book, and endeavor to watch this video up to the end, from the beginning up to the end. And I'm going to leave you with a table for which are required to fill. So you'll fill after understanding this. So in here we have some guiding rules. Rule number 1. But before that, you are most welcome. This is L Jaled Mathematics channel, and this channel I present content of mathematics in form of videos, worked out examples, questions, and notes of mathematics. So endeavor to subscribe for updates in case you are interested. Let us grow together. So we have the guiding rules in here. Rule number 1, it reads, use only numbers. So we have to use these numbers. In this case, we have to use 1, 2, 3, 4, and lastly 5. Only those ones. Then rule number 2, it reads, a digit should not repeat itself in a row, a column, or diagonal. Then rule number 2, the total or sum of digits placed in a row or a column or diagonal must be 15. So we are going to keep on placing these digits or numbers from 1 to 5 in this table or in the gaps in this magic square we have, and we should not repeat any digit in the row and still in the column, and even in the diagonal a digit should not repeat itself. Rule number 3 is saying that if we sum those digits that we shall place in these gaps, for example in this first row, then the sum should be 15. Likewise, the digits we are going to place in this column, the first column, their sum should be equal to 15. Likewise, the digits we are to place in the diagonals, this and this diagonal, if we sum them up, we must be in position to give or to get the answer 15. So let us kickstart. So this is our table we have, and it is called the magic square table. Why square table? It is because when you look at the number of columns, there are 5. We can count them. This is the first one, the second one, the third, the fourth, and the fifth one. So there are 5 columns. Then still, if we count the number of rows, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are also 5 rows. So that is why we say that it is a square table. And then the word magic is just because it's not common or it's not known to each and everybody. That's why I would like you also to pick up interest in it and get to know it or understand it. Sometimes when you are so much in it, or for example you are advising or practicing mathematics, you may reach somewhere and you have to keep your minds refreshed, or you have to get something you can do so that it can activate your brain or can activate your memory. So this is what I mean, that in case you practiced or you have revised some notes and you feel you are exhausted, so you can use this as a trick to refresh your minds or to refresh your thoughts so that you can regain the potential like the way you were before you started revising. So in here now, the trick is, or the tricks are, number 1. Listen attentively, I'm just going to mention them. I'm not going to write them. Since we have to use these 5 digits, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and no any digit should repeat in a given row, a column, or diagonal. Trick number 1, we are going to follow the order. From 1, we shall go to 2, we shall go to 3, 4, 5. And once we reach 5, remember we are using only these 5 digits. We shall not proceed to 6. We shall just go back to 1. We shall just go back to 1. I repeat, after reaching 5, we shall not exceed 5. We shall just go back to 1. Repeat like that until when all of these boxes in this magic square table are filled with these digits. Then trick number 2, we begin filling from the middle column. So this is the middle column. This is where we're going to begin filling from, this middle column, since there are 5 columns. and still in the first row. So we are going to start filling from the first row and the middle column. This one. This is the first row, and then the middle column is this one. So let us now start. I'm going to use green because the table is drawn in blue. Let me use green. That means simple. I'm going to begin by putting here a 1. So this is a 1. Then having put there 1, we slope down. We write in the next column towards the right hand side. That means we are supposed to write here a letter, a figure 2. So having written there 2, then if there is an allowance of writing diagonally, then we can write diagonally. So having written here 2, we can see we can write in the diagonal order. So simply it means that we are going to put here the next digit, which is 3. So having written there 3, we can see that we can't prolong or we can't proceed writing diagonally, and still even this side the boxes are over. What we do, we move towards the left within the same row up to here, and once reaching here, we don't write in this very box, but we write in the next box just above it. That means we must write here the next digit, which is the 4. Having written 4 there, we can now cross check and rewrite in the diagonal order. Yes, there is this box. So after 4, the next digit there is the 5. So having written 5, remember we had to use only digits from 1 to 5. That means we have reached the maximum, which is 5. The next one should now go back to 1. So we are supposed to write in the diagonal order here, but we see that there is already 1. If we meet that there is a digit in the diagonal order, we are supposed to follow. What we do, we just move down below that very digit and write it there. So that means we are going to write here a 1. Having written 1, there is an allowance of writing diagonally. So this is a 2, then a 3. We can't write moving diagonally. So in here, what we do, we now slope downwards, down the column, up to here, and instead of writing here, we write in the next box towards the right. So this is now the 4, and since they are over this way, we now move towards the left hand side, but within the same row up to here, and we don't write in this box. Instead, we write in the next box above it, slightly above it. So we are supposed to write here the digit 5. And now we can write, you can see that we are supposed to follow diagonally, but since in this box there is already a digit, what we do, we now write just below this 5, and we are supposed to move now to a 1 again. Then we write diagonally, this now becomes a 2. We write diagonally, this is a 3, then this is the 4, then this is the 5. So having reached here, we can't proceed writing diagonally, and still this side of the right, the boxes are over. What we do, we now write just slightly this 5, and we are supposed to go to 1. So having written there 1, we now move towards the left hand side within the same row up to this box, but we don't write in this. Instead, we write in the one just slightly above it. That means we are supposed to write here the digit 2. Having written there 2, we can't proceed writing diagonally, and still even this side the boxes are over. What we do, we move downwards down the column up to this box, and we don't write in this. Instead, we write in the next box towards the right hand side. That means we are supposed to write here the digit 3, which is next to 2. Then there is an allowance of writing diagonally. So what we do, we place now 4 there, we place 5 here, and you see we have met another digit placed in the diagonal order. What we do now, we come just down there, down below this 5, then we write here a 1, then we write diagonally, this is supposed to be a 2. Then since they are over this side, we move towards the left hand side, but still within the same row up to this box, and instead of writing this, we write in the near box up there, and we are supposed to put here the digit 3. Having written there 3, we can now realize the allowance of writing diagonally. So that means this is supposed to be the 4. Having written either 4, we can't proceed writing the diagonal because the boxes are over. What we do, we now move down the column up to this box, and we don't write in this box, even though the digit is there, but we are not supposed to write it there. Instead, we write in the next box towards the right hand side. So this is now supposed to be the 5. And now, eventually, we have completed, or we have filled this magic square puzzle correctly. We can now cross-check by trying to sum up. Let us begin by summing up this first row. Let me call it row number 1. This is row number 2, row number 3, row number 4, and then row number 5. Then this is column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4, and this is column number 5. So now the next step we are going to verify whether the sum of digits placed in these rows and columns and also diagonals is 15. But before that, let us cross check, is there any digit repeating? Now in the first column, let us check, we have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. No any digit repeating itself. Still in the second column, this one, we can see we have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. No any digit repeating. Likewise to other columns. Still in the first row, we can cross check. We have this one, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. No any digit repeating. Likewise to other rows. Then when we check the column, the diagonals, this diagonal, we are considering this diagonal. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No any digit repeating. Likewise, this column, we can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No any digit repeating. That means rule number 2 is also abided by. Rule number 1 is automatically abided. Now let us verify rule number 3, which reads the total or sum of digits placed in a row, a column, or diagonal must be 15. Let us now try to sum up. Let us begin by summing up the digits in the first row, this row. So we have the 2 plus the 4 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5. So this is giving us what? Now 2 plus 4, that is 6. 6 plus 1, that is 7. 7 plus 3, that is 10. 10 plus 5, that is 15. Automatically, that means the first row abides the rule number 3. Let us cross check row number 2. So row number 2, we have the 3 plus the 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1. So 3 plus 5, that is 8. 8 plus 2, that is 10. 10 plus 4, that is 14. Then 14 plus 1, that is 15. So row number 2 is also abiding rule number 3. Let us also cross check row number 5. Row number 5, we have 1 plus 3 plus the 5 plus 2 plus 4. So 1 plus 3, that is 4. 4 plus 5, that is 9. 9 plus 2, that is 11. 11 plus 4, that is 15. Meaning that also row number 5 is abiding rule number 3. So having tested the rows, let us now test the columns. Let us test the columns. In the first column here, we are considering first column. We have the 2 plus the 3 plus the 4 plus the 5, then plus 1. 2 plus 3, that is 5. 5 plus 4, that is 9. 9 plus 5, that is 14. Then 14 plus 1, that is 15. Also, column number 1 is abiding the rule number 3. Let us also cross check row number 2, column number 2, So we have the 4 plus the 5 plus 1, then plus 2 plus 3. So 4 plus 5, that is 9. 9 plus 1, that is 10. 10 plus 2, that is 12. 12 plus 3, that is 15. Meaning that column number 2 is also abiding the rule number 3. We can now sample also the column number 4. So column number 4, we are adding the 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2. So 3 plus 4, that is 7. 7 plus 5, that is 12. 12 plus 1, that is 13. 13 plus 2, that is 15. So that means column number 4 is also abiding by the rule number 3. Let us now cross check the sum of the digits placed in the diagonal. So we have 1. 1 plus 2, that is 3. 3 plus 3, that is 6. 6 plus 4, that is 10. Then 10 plus 5, that is 15. Meaning that this diagonal is also abiding the rule number 3. Let us also cross check this diagonal here. This one, this diagonal. We have already finished testing this diagonal and we have seen that the sum of those digits equals to 15. So this diagonal we have 2 plus 5, that is 7. 7 plus 3, that is 10. 10 plus 1, that is 11. Then 11 plus 1 plus 5 that is 15. Implying that also this diagonal is abiding by rule number 3. You can see now how easily you can fill this magic square puzzle without skipping but doing it elementally and just following those rules, which I've not written down but I've been stating them as we have been filling. So if this video has been of value to you, kindly subscribe to the channel, L Jared Mathematics channel, for more videos of the kind. And before you quit, I have here your task which you'll be required to fill and your messages in the comment section. I'll look at them and find out whether you have filled those boxes correctly and easily. So this is what you will be required of you to fill. The question is, complete this magic square math puzzle. And we have the guiding rules. In here we say that use only numbers. So in here we are using 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Rule number 2 is reading that a digit should not repeat itself in a row, a column, or diagonal. Now rule number 3, the total sum of digits placed in a row, or a column, or a diagonal must be 150. So in this case, it is 150. For our case, it has been 15. So you'll be required to fill the remaining boxes which are empty. This. So whenever you see that there is no any digit, you'll be required to fill in with any of the digits, either 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50. So thanks for watching. You can take time, and by the way, let me time you up. So let us now start.